Alright, so New Year's resolutions. What do we got? Upload hauls videos at the beginning of months. Okay. Maintain better schedule on the channel. Yeah. And stop being surprised by your own record. Oh, hi. I'm Zerfall, and welcome to the hauls video for December 2013. The last video of 2013 is being recorded on the first day of 2014, so Happy New Year's, everyone. Let's get right down to the games. I only have 3 games this month because it was pretty busy with the holidays and everything. I didn't have a lot of time to go out shopping for frivolous Nintendo video games. But first up, we have Top Secret Episode Golgo 13. Now, this is the game that happens before the Moffat Conspiracy, which I had in last month's hauls. The most important differential thing about this game is you can moonwalk in it. The coding is kind of messed up for walking, so when you jiggle left and right on the controller, if you time it right, you end up facing left even though you're walking right, and you do a moonwalk across the screen. And it's fun to do that. I remember there was a lot of actually codes for the Game Genie that were just called moonwalk, and it made your character sprite backwards so it looked like you were moonwalking, which was kind of funny that they actually went out of their way to find codes for that. But anyways, this game is very similar to Moffat Conspiracy, very similar gameplay. It's a little harder. The coding isn't quite as good. Mysterious JG has a Let's Play of this if you want to check that out for a more in-depth look at how frustrating the game can actually be to play. And it's actually kind of funny, the lives version in this game, or there's like a number when you first see the start screen. It'll say like Golgo 13, number 1. It's supposed to be like episode 1 and then episode 2 and whatnot. So I can't remember how many lives exactly you have, but it's a rather large number, and unless you realize that's what's going on, you think you might have infinite continues, and you get close to the end of the game, and guess what? End of season. Next up, we have a game with a name that's hard to say. This is never in focus when I try to zoom in on these things. That first letter that looks like a G is an S. It's Scheherazade. Oh, I guess it's written right below in plain letters. I don't know if you guys can see that. Boom, I know that's blurry. But, Scheherazade. Scheherazade? Anyways, it's a game that's an action RPG with traditional RPG battles thrown in for fun. So you go around the map killing guys with your little swords, casting spells that sometimes you don't know what they do, finding items like a hammer that you cast and stars fall from the sky and then you die. I'm not quite sure what that was all about, but it's something that happened to me when I was playing this game. The traditional RPG battles though show up all of a sudden. I wasn't expecting it when it happened to me, and because I didn't read much about this game before I played it the first time, and they're really tedious from what I've seen. I mean, maybe the battles I got just randomly had lots of enemies in them, but you can only attack one enemy at a time, and it's random which one from the group of enemies it hits. So you end up fighting 6 lizards, and you're hitting them for 2 damage or whatever, but never the same one twice, so you have to wait through all their attacks. They all do 1 damage to you ever so slowly. There's no chance of you dying, but there's no way you're getting through that fight quickly. That's a downside. Upside, it seems like the action RPG stuff's kind of fun. It's a pretty neat little game. One of the other things about this game is that the story breaks the 4th wall. So it starts with a game where it's like, this guy tried to defeat the wizard, but he lost to the wizard, and he was cast through time into the future, and guess what? It's you. Now you have to come back in time and save the day. So, it's kind of neat that it has that. That's something that's not really that creative nowadays, but at the time it was a little bit more of an original idea. The last game up is Willow, based on the movie license Willow. You can see someone wrote on this one. We're gonna have to try to get that cleaned up. Luckily, it's not really on the artwork. My brother and I both played C64 Willow a whole lot. Well, not a whole lot, but quite a bit when we were younger. I remember there was a part where you had to make a spell or an animal or something. Might have been you have to make a spell. But either way, it was more like a bunch of mini games that you played, and they progressed through the story of the game. Some of them were action fighting parts. Some of them were trying to figure things out, like the spell, and see what type of animal things turn into, stuff like that. This game is a lot more of an action RPG as well, and it seems like a pretty fun one. I played through the first couple towns just on my own, and then I looked online for a code so that I could get maybe a boss fight or something. I found it uses a password system instead of the actual like save system. Like it's that type of game where they didn't spring for a battery in it and all that. But if you use the password system, you can look up passwords online, which means I got all the weapons, max level, all that stuff at the last dungeon, and all the enemies seemed pretty easy. And then I got to the first of the 2 bosses, and even at a maxed out character and all that stuff, the boss wasn't that easy. He managed to kill me pretty darn quick. Perhaps part of that is because I don't know how to use the heal spells, but probably most of it was because he killed me so fast that I wouldn't have known how to cast a heal spell. And I even read the strategy. You're supposed to go up and hit the guy and try to run away, and it didn't work out well for me. So seems like a pretty good game though. Anyways, that's it for December 2013. Welcome everybody to the new year, 2014. It's the future. Hopefully 2013 was a pretty amazing year for me, and hopefully 2014 is a pretty amazing year for you.